The verse in the image is John 15:12, where Jesus says, "Love one another as I have loved you." We are going to break it down historically, linguistically, and practically. Times of Jesus spoke these words during the Last Supper just before his crucifixion. He was addressing his disciples, preparing them for his departure, and emphasizing unity and love as the foundation of their community. The Jewish people were under Roman rule, facing oppression and division among different religious sects, Pharisees, Sadducees, Essenes, and so on. Jesus' command to love transcended social, cultural, and political divides, calling for a radical, selfless love. The disciples were about to face persecution and the challenge of spreading the gospel. Jesus' command to love one another served as a unifying principle and testimony of their faith to the world.
In Greek, the New Testament language, the word for love is agapao, which signifies a deep, sacrificial and unconditional love. This is the same love God shows humanity, distinct from other Greek terms for love, like eros for romantic love and philia for brotherly love. In Hebrew, the Old Testament context, the closest equivalent would be ahava, which encompasses love in various forms. God's covenantal love, human affection, and commitment. Jesus' use of love would have been understood in the Jewish context as embodying loyalty, kindness, and action.
Setting a standard. Jesus modeled perfect love through his life and upcoming sacrifice. He wasn't asking for ordinary love, but for love that mirrored his own, sacrificial, forgiving, and enduring, creating unity. He knew the disciples would face challenges that required them to rely on and support one another deeply. Witness to the world. In John chapter 13, verse 35, Jesus said, "By this, everyone will know you are my disciples if you love one another." Their love would be the defining mark of their faith.
Sacrificial love. Just as Jesus demonstrated love through action, we are called to go beyond feelings and show love through service, sacrifice, and forgiveness. In a world filled with division, this command encourages us to bridge gaps, social, political, or cultural, and prioritize love over differences. When we love selflessly, others see God through us. Our lives can be a testimony to Christ's transformative power. Personal reflection. Ask yourself, am I loving others as Christ loved me? This includes family, friends, strangers, and even enemies.
Forgive freely. Jesus loved us even when we were undeserving. Extend grace and forgiveness to others. Look for opportunities to help and uplift others without expecting anything in return. Pray for love. Ask God to cultivate agapao love in your heart so you can love as He does. Build relationships within your church or local community that reflect Christ's love. This command from Jesus is timeless. It calls for radical, action-oriented love that transcends both ancient and modern challenges, helping us embody Christ in our daily lives. We don't have the monopoly of service work. People who aren't saved do this with no prejudice. We need to stand out.
As we conclude, remember to love one another as Jesus commanded. This journey of love is continuous and ever-evolving. Reflect on how you can embody this commandment in your daily interactions, not just with friends and family, but with strangers and even those who may challenge you. Think about small, actionable steps you can take today. Whether it's a kind word, a helping hand, or a silent prayer, each act of love brings us closer to living as Jesus taught us. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content that helps you grow in your faith. Have a blessed day.